Fingers into fingers, crossing your legs, simply closing your eyes. Just become one with your breath, friends. One with your natural, normal, soft, tender, tranquil breath. Just become aware of your breath, friends. Each breath that you're taking in is bringing so much prana and energy to your entire system. So let us express our gratitude to our breath. And any thought that comes to you right now, friends, discard them. Or peacefully communicate to the thought, this is not the time for you. I'll get back to you later. Become aware of your breath. Your breath is a bridge that is making you cross from the outside world to the inside world. Cross that bridge, friends, and go deep within yourself, deep into that world of yourself. When you enter into that world of yours, you gain a lot of strength. In that world, you become one with your own self, one with your breath. What a wonderful feeling it is to embrace our own selves, to be there for our own selves, and to walk the path by clearing all the blockages that are hindrances in our way. Spend as much as possible, friends, as much time as possible within yourself. Just for this time, the entire world is illusionary. It's an illusion. What you are experiencing right now at this very moment is only the truth. Give power to your truth. Give all the trust to your truth. The process of meditation is hugging our own self. We don't need to get hugs from everybody. We need to give hugs to our own selves. And this is the very right time. Just embrace yourself, friends. Don't bother about the rest of the world. We came alone, we go alone. And we have to walk our own journey. The rest of all those things are just experiences. Experiences of relationships. Give all the power and love to your own self right now, friends. Fill your pot. With so much love. Whenever you get distracted or disturbed by the surroundings or your thoughts, friends, your breath is always there for you. Go back to your breath. Last 1 minute, friends. So slowly bring back your awareness to your physical body and to your surroundings. Give a big hug to your own self, friends. And affirm to your own self that I will take care of you. And with a beautiful smile, and with a soft breathing. Whenever you are ready, you may place your both hands over your eyes. Now slowly remove your hands and you may open your eyes. Welcome back, friends. I hope you all had a peaceful meditation. Oh, we have entered into day 18 of itself. All right, friends. So today's topic is about everything is energy by wonderful master Carolyn Myss. And, I would like to read a little bit about this wonderful master. So, Carolyn Myss is one of the world's leading voices in the fields of human consciousness, spirituality, and mysticism, health, energy medicine, and the science of medical intuition. She's a 5-time New York Times bestselling author of Anatomy of the Spirit, Why People Don't Heal, and how they can, Sacred Contracts, Invisible Acts of Power, and Entering the Castle. In 2003, Caroline established her own educational institute, CMET, which offers comprehensive programs devoted to personal development and draws students from around the world. So this is about this Master Caroline Miss Friends. Now she says about everything is energy. Everything that is alive pulsates with energy, and all of this energy contains information. I'll repeat this. Everything that is alive pulsates with energy, and all of this energy contains information. While it is not surprising that practitioners of alternative or complementary medicine accept this concept, even some quantum physicists acknowledge the existence of an electromagnetic field generated by the body's biological processes. Scientists accept that the human body generates electricity because living tissue generates energy. Your physical body is surrounded by an energy field that extends as far out as your outstretched arms and the full length of your body. It is both an information center and a highly sensitive perceptual system. We are constantly in communication with everything around us. through this system, which is a kind of conscious electricity that transmits and receives messages to and from other people's bodies. These messages from and within the energy field are what intuitives perceive. Practitioners of energy medicine believe that the human energy field contains and reflects each individual's energy. It surrounds us and carries with us the emotional energy created by our internal and external experiences, both positive and negative. This emotional force influences the physical tissue within our bodies. In this way, your biography, that is, the experiences that make up your life, becomes your biology. Experiences that carry emotional energy in our energy systems include past and present relationships, both personal and professional, profound or traumatic experiences and memories, and belief patterns and attitudes, including all spiritual and superstitious beliefs. The emotions from these experiences become encoded in our biological systems and contribute to the formation of our cell tissue, which then generates a quality of energy that reflects those emotions. These energy impressions form an energy language which carries literal and symbolic information that a medical intuitive can read. Our emotional energy converts into biological matter through a highly complex process. Just as our radio stations operate according to specific energy wavelengths, each organ and system in the body is calibrated to absorb and process specific emotional and psychological energies. That is, each area of the body transmits energy on a specific detailed frequency. And when we are healthy, all are in tune. An area of the body that is not transmitting at its normal frequency indicates the location of the problem. A change in intensity of the frequency indicates a change in the nature and seriousness of the illness and reveals the stress pattern that has contributed to the development of the illness. This way of interpreting the body's energy is sometimes called as vibrational medicine. It resembles the most ancient medical practices and beliefs, from Chinese medicine to indigenous shamanic practices to virtually every folk or alternative therapy. The truth is that energy medicine is not new, but interpretation of it and of how one can use it to heal spiritually in conjunction with contemporary medical treatments is unique. So this is from the book Anatomy of the Spirit, friends. It's a wonderful book. I recommend everybody to read this book by Caroline Myss. And yeah, so everything is energy. We are all energy bodies. So we are full of energy. So how you divert your energy matters on you and your experiences around, and how you respond or react to the situations around that makes your energy, either in a constructive way or in a destructive way. So it's a wonderful, wonderful article, friends. Yeah, if anybody wants to share anything, you can go ahead and unmute yourself. So I think like we are all energy bodies, right? So that's the reason why we communicate with the energy before we meet a person. Like before we know about a person, when we are close to that person, our energy body will communicate to that energy body. Sometimes we feel comfortable with that person, sometimes we don't feel comfortable with that person, because the communication already happened in the energy field. Look at it, how wonderful it is, friends. We think that we are very little, but we have we have the universe within us. It always amazes me, how the mechanism of all these things. It's like when we dwell more into these things, the more we can find the treasures about this subjects. So please think about this. Don't think that you are just a body. You have a family. You have this money. You have all these things. No, those are the experiences. These are the right questions. These are the right experiences. Just put these questions and go to yourself. You feel so much happy. You feel so much content. You want to know more and more about these concepts. So yes, friends, this is what I wanted to share. Ram, yes, Ram, please go ahead.
Good morning, Madhu. Good morning, everyone.
Mm.
That was a nice meditation. Thanks a lot. And another nice article. It seems like it's a continuation of the article and the discussions we had yesterday.
Mm.
Carolyn Myss, indeed, I was just thinking, I know this author, and when you spoke about her and then Anatomy of the Spirit, yes, such a wonderful book it is. And there was one point which was about how we react and respond to the outer environment is going to create our inner environment, which means how we are living in the wakeful state is programming our inner world. So the outer and the inner, they're so very interrelated, interdependent. So we are working from inside when we meditate, when we read books, when we share our experiences. And that awareness, indeed, later is influencing how we respond or how we react, how we interact in our wakeful state with the outer environment. Just like as below, so above, as outside, so is inside, as is inside, so is outside. So it's such a, uh, there is nothing separate, there is nothing disconnected. It is just our less understanding that makes us live those realities. And the more and more we keep hearing these beautiful articles, and the more and more we connect to ourselves with meditation or every spiritual practice, we realize that there is never which is different to other. There is always oneness in every minute detail, in every minute aspect of this universe. So the universe is somewhere, when I say the word universe, we look as the universe, a different universe outside of us. But when I speak about the universe is this word that we are hearing, is this experience that we are undergoing. It is in just this minute aspect of it itself is the universe. Micro to macro, everything is so very closely, so very similar, so very interconnected. So thanks to these daily sessions that keeps on confirming and reminding, not just confirming, it is a reminding process. And this is only helping each one of us to become more and more aware, not to live a life of disconnectedness, or rather, not about living, not to live with a perception of disconnected. Even if we perceive that way, it does not change anything in terms of connectedness. They both are connected always. So when we realize this, everything shifts instantly because there are no two different ways of living. One which is at the deep energetical level, always connected, and how our mind thinks if it is different in two different worlds. But when we understand, even consciously, that there is no separation, everything is in oneness, it, it goes into synchronicity. Then what we term as magic becomes normal and natural. Everything instantly happens. So, thanks a lot, Madhu. Thank you.
Wonderful, beautiful, beautiful explanation, Ram. Ram, can you please tell also the about the bees from the book Mind to Matter about the electromagnetic field, how they.
Yeah. So, in Mind to Matter, it's such a wonderful book because all these things that we are hearing, he summarized in very short, simple explanation. And it's also explained in a very scientific manner. So it is easy to integrate for everyone. And one of the articles is about this energy field that we keep on hearing every day and also today in this article. That each living being, each living creature for that aspect, everything, living or non-living, has a energy field around itself, has due to how the matter is made, because matter is made of energy. If we deep if we drill down deeper, we are all the same cells. uh, Fundamentally, electrons, protons, neutrons, it's the same thing everywhere. So this is creating an energy field. And see how these are so very connected and reading through these energies. So what is found in one of the researches is the bees, before they go to a flower, they are reading the electromagnetic energy around this flower. And when they read this electromagnetic field, they understand if already another bee had already been to that flower and took the nectar or not. So depending on how they read this electromagnetic field decides if the bee will reach to that flower or it goes to another flower where the energy confirms that there is still nectar or no other bee had arrived there. So it is such a revelation when we read these articles that when we extrapolate into our lives, if such a simple beings compared to us have that energy field, have that understanding of interacting with the energies, we can just extrapolate into ourselves, multiplied by trillion times in terms of intelligence, in terms of everything that we can see compared to that bee and flower. How much energy are we radiating? How much energy our energy bodies are interacting with every time or every moment, not just about persons, also about everything around us, living and non-living. I remember also this during our experience in GCSS, wherein the energy around
Mm,
even the currency notes was looked into. Even the currency note, which is earned through a, let's say, hard work, or let's say with a very genuine work, has a different energy. Even if it is $1,
mm,
it captures the energy. Well worked $1 versus, how do you say, a dollar which is stolen, or a dollar which is a bribe, or a dollar which is earned in a non-rightful ways, has a different energy field. It's really astonishing. It's really marvelous when we come across these things, that we just think money is money, but it carries energy. We just think things are things, but they are defined by the energy. So we just think we are the physical aspect, but there is much deeper, which is the energy aspect. So this example of honey honeybees with the flowers, how they interact with the energy field is really wonderful in this book. So I strongly recommend everyone to read such books. Take it, Anatomy uh, of the
Spirit.
Spirit by Caroline Myss, or Mind to Matter by Dawson Church. This is very important. At least in my journey, everyone's journey, you have to look into these aspects. At least a 20 minutes of reading every day is very important, because that really adds lot into one's awareness. So pick whatever book you are connected to and go at your own pace. Yeah. So thank you for reminding.
Thank you so much, Ram. Wonderful. Yes. Great.
Hi,
Hey, Meena.
good morning, friends. Yeah,
Mm.
it's nice to listen from Ram and beautiful meditation. Although the music really connected me very, very deep today. And also related to these energies, remember when we go to visit a master like Patriji or any enlightened
Mm.
master, this
Mm.
their electromagnetic field, it spreads to such a way throughout the hall. When we
Yeah.
sit in that place and come out, you feel so energetic, or you
Yes.
feel so light and all. And also
Mm.
when you visit temples as well, it's the same.
Mm.
Until I came
Mm.
into meditation, I don't know that everything is energy. Maybe I'm not aware of that, but even the things you hold at home, my mom used to say that anything broken, throw it out. But I used to keep them. But now I understand, you need to declutter your home as often as possible, because
Mm.
everything carries energy, even things in your house. So that's why there is always a spring clean, summer clean, and they used to clean the homes at festival times. There's a reason behind that. There is a science behind that cleaning as well.
Mm.
And regarding the bees as well, when you see the ants, they walk in the line.
Right.
All, and I used to think, "Why- how do they know that they go in the line?" Maybe that is
Yeah.
also energy. I don't know the reason behind it, or something they leave behind to know the other ant to follow. But they
Mm.
also walk, all the black ants, they used to walk in long lines.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Mother.
Yes, Meena. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes. Everything is energy. Everything. As you said, that's true, Meena, that whenever we are in the presence of a master, like we get into their aura, we get into their energy field, and we feel so much of peace, and we feel when I'm around Patriji, my mind completely goes blank. I don't have any questions. I go into a silent state. So I've been noticing from many years that why is that happening like that. Then I've understood that yes, he has that energy and that aura, that everything. You just surrender to that energy. And tomorrow we will speak about this, Meena. Like tomorrow's session is about aura around humans, and this is an experiment which is done in Australia, and Patriji, they have experimented using the Kirlian photography and all these things on Patriji to check this his electromagnetic like field, how far it is going, how wider it is. So tomorrow we will get to know about that. Yes, thank you so much, Mina. Yes, Sharo.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning.
Morning.
So, as you said, that everything is energy, and be it any object, be it anything, in fact, we are the energies. So, when I had come into meditation, I could not understand all these things because people used to say that I can see the aura of the other person. So, I
Mm.
always used to think that how can a person see the aura of the other person? How can they do that? But then I got a book in which it was written about one ascended master and the life of that ascended master, in which that ascended master also said that, when he was a little child, at that time, whenever he used to sit somewhere and when he used to pray and when he used to meditate, whatever he used to see in front of him used to be just the energy. Even if his parents were just moving around here and there, he never used to see them as a body. He always
Mm.
used to see them in energy, like, their body used to just diminish. There was no body in that. It was just the energy that he used to feel everywhere. And whenever the parents, they used to start talking to him, he used to come out of that space, and he used to come back to this world. So that was something which was very fascinating for me. And until I started connecting with the angels, because they showed me actually what the energies are, who the energies are, and how the energies are, because they are also the pure form of energies. Because when you talk to them, you feel their energies, and when we talk about any physical form, I will always say that they are formless. So they create a form because you want them to create. Otherwise, they are pure energies. They're nothing but pure energies. So when I started talking to them, then I realized that, okay, so it is, everything goes down and bogs down to the energy system of ours. In fact, we are also energies, because even the karmic memory that we have, it is all imprinted on our energy body. So whatever we are taking from this incarnation to the other incarnation, it's all imprinted, even if we are leaving the body here today and we go to the next incarnation, but our energies are so strong. In these energies, everything, all the karmic memory, the cellular memory is all there in our energy system. So this was the understanding that I got after connecting and after working with angels and understanding what they were telling me. So I just wanted to share this. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, very, very beautiful, beautiful, Sharo. Yes, I can imagine. I was just visualizing how this master, ascended master, like how he must have been experiencing that energy in front of him, maybe a people or maybe like a thing. So wonderful, wonderful, and also the great experience of you connecting with the angels and understanding about the energy. Everything is energy. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. And one more thing. I mean, it was probably, it is my deduction of working with the angels. Sometimes it used to happen, because we are talking about energies here. I just want to add one more thing. Sometimes it used to happen that, I used to be not well. Like I told you once that I had high fever, 102, and I had to take the session for the beam meditation family. And my family was saying that, how will you be able to sit for 2 hours, and take the session? So I said, no, the angels are with me and they're going to give me the strength. So whenever the angels used to surround me, everything used to diminish. It was like my energies were completely amalgamated with and merging with the energies of the angels. And I never used to feel any pain. There was no pain, no fever, nothing. And the sessions used to be wonderful. And there's so many people who used to tell me that, how do you exude that kind of an energy? But I always told them, because I'm surrounded with such divine beings, and whosoever is surrounded by divine beings, like you say, that whenever you come in the company of the gurus and the ascended master, your energy also changes. It does, because they are, their energy is so strong that they can just cover you up, and they can just surround you, and they can just hug your energies and make your energies into theirs. So it's a wonderful experiences that a meditator can actually have. So yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sharu. Beautiful experience. Yes, friends, anybody else? Right.
Yeah.
Yes,
Hi, Madhu.
Lakshmi. Hey,
Yes.
Lakshmi.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice meditation, Madhu. One experience I had with respect to energy is around 10 years back, I had consulted one Vastu consultant. So I had been to his home. So he had some devices. Like as and when I was talking, he had some devices. Then he asked me, go back near the entrance of the door and start walking from there. He was away from me almost like 10 to 12 steps. And then he had some devices in hand, which was like a metal rods. And and as and when you come closer, the metal rods will become more wider and wider. So that was the one which he used for understanding how much energy or electromagnetic energy the body is containing. So that was my first experience with respect to energy. Then I realized, like, yes, body also contains energy, and that is what and as he is a vastu consultant, he wants to, like, he goes to different houses. Some people call him saying that they're not having peace and harmony at home, so he will adjust with those devices. He will identify like where the energy is very less, and then he gives a remedy for them, either with the pyramids or with water or anything else. So yeah, I just wanted to share that experience.
Yes, yes. We had. I think couple of times or 3 times we had experienced with these machines, and yes, they're really. It was one of our Russian friends. I think he was there in Egypt, and he had this all equipment, and he once brought to our home, and he put all these rods, and he wanted to check the energy and everything, how our internal system is. So it is really wonderful to know all these things. Yes, thank you, Lakshmi. And tomorrow we will get to know about the Killian photography, or the equipment they use to uh, to scan these energies. Yeah,
Yeah,
wonderful. Thank you so much, Lakshmi.
thank you.
Actually, Lakshmi ji, the one you shared about the rods in the hand, yeah,
It is
we did it also,
also.
because our energy can be easily read through the copper wire.
Mhm.
So if you have a
Right.
copper wire and hold them in a tube, so the wires are free to move. When we were in Egypt, we came across these things and we tested it. When a person uh, just comes directly, what is his energy? Because we had a big pyramid in our hall, and if the same person then goes into the pyramid for a few seconds and then starts to walk, how big this energy had expanded. So yes, this is a fun experiment,
But it
so you
was
can,
wonderful. It was
yeah,
very wonderful.
and you cannot imagine when we come out of a pyramid, the energy was, these rods were
Moving.
rotating. When the same person, when normally comes, he has to come very close to start to feel the energy.
Yes. Mm.
But then when the same person goes into the pyramid, stays for a few seconds and comes out, these rods start to move, and we have to retract to almost 20 meters,
Mm.
and still we could feel the energy.
Wow,
So yeah,
Yeah,
really
it's a
nice.
wonderful,
Yes.
wonderful experiment, Lakshmi. Yeah, that's true. It's we can make it by ourselves. It is very, very easy to make it.
yeah.
It's very easy.
And you can do that test even, in many ways. Like when someone eats only plant-based food, check the energy. And when someone eats a non-plant-based food, check the energy. When one is doing the fasting, check the energy. When one is, so you can see the aura. Even in terms of thought, we have tested. So when the same
Oh,
person
right.
is thinking a positive thought, how is the energy? And when the same person is thinking a negative thought, how the energy diminishes.
Yes.
So it's so interesting to play with and understand uh, about the energies.
Wow.
Thank
And how do we do it, Madhu and Ram?
you. Okay, so you just take a copper rod,
Mm-hmm.
from an electric wire, also a little bit thicker one,
Thicker one.
and remove the plastic of it. So you just have the copper rod. Then you take small, let's say, the
Pipes kind of a
pipes.
thing.
It could be
Like a,
even the cardboard pipes
or a
around.
straw maybe.
Yeah, straw also
Or
you
a
can
straw,
try.
a
It is,
little bigger
Just
straw.
to hold.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
just to
And
hold.
then you bend this copper wire at 90 degrees.
Mm.
Yeah, and then you place them. So you basically hold the copper wire in this straw or in this cardboard things, and these copper wires are free to rotate because they're free then,
They
right?
move.
So then you can basically start experimenting
Mm.
it. You point it towards the person, And then when the person is coming, you see that these rods will move away as his
Move
energy
away like
field is
this.
approaching.
Wow, so nice.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Ram Garu,
Yeah.
one question. No, I just wanted to ask that when we start meditating, I mean, it's like, when we have been meditating for so long, don't we also become very sensitive to the energies? For example,
Yeah.
you and Madhu Garu, if somebody comes in front of you, don't you feel the energy, whether it is repelling or whether it is nice, whether it is lying, whether it is trustworthy? So don't you also do that? I mean, I'm just asking because this happens with me. I just wanted to know, because usually we don't need any instruments. I think the meditators are able to gauge through that. I don't know. I just have to ask this to you also, Ram Garu. Does this happen to you?
Very, very interesting, let's say, observation. Yes, as we keep meditating, we also become like this. They call it dowsing tools, if I remember these things.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
our body also become like a dowsing tool in the sense that we become sensible to the energies. I can say it was very much in our early days, at least in my particular experience. And every time we used to go in a group, we come back very much tired. And
Mm.
and every time, even when Patri sir used to come and take sessions, he comes back and he was tired. And then in one of the discussions, we understand that we're all interacting with the energy,
Mm.
and a lot of things are there behind it. And later, I kind of, I do not know if I moved out of that space um, to put my awareness there, because I also realized that the moment I feel this sensitivity, if I start to look into that with awareness, why?
Mm.
I'm also taking, or let's say, getting embubbled into that energy.
Mm.
So with time, I realized that it is a part of a greater good,
Yes.
and let that greater good take care of it. And I don't want to become aware of these things, because
Mm. Mm.
they are there. And if I need to know if it is required for me in order to, let's say, decide some things, but I don't want to think anymore with that critical, not critical,
Mm.
let's say, with that intention of understanding is it right or wrong, because I know that everything comes in perfect time. So I
Mm.
basically dropped looking through that awareness, and now I yes, I'm sure at the energy level things are happening, but I'm no more paying any attention, because I just feel we are all in oneness, and that energy is much more beautiful. Because I realize as we keep on meditating, the aura also becomes larger and larger. It is one aspect of our own energy, and the other thing is that we become in tune with everything around us. Then we become one with everything. That is how even our energy multiplies
Mm.
exponentially.
Mm.
So there is no more any separation between people or between things, and we are encompassing everything, and it just moves on. So I would say, even in terms of my observation, had equally changed. Initially, yes, in my initial days, I was paying attention to every energy that was I was coming around. Yeah,
Mm.
but then
Because,
I just yeah.
sorry. Because I have observed one more thing, Ram Garu, that even Patri sir, whenever he takes the session or whenever he is in a big, huge program, he does not go and hug with everybody.
Yeah.
He does not do that. And there was a time when, I remember that incident, that there was a person, and he belonged to a very high strata of the society, and he had come over there to meet with him, and he asked him to, he asked him to hug him. Okay. He asked that whether he could hug and all, he was coming and trying to hug him. He just said that, no, I don't want to hug you right now.
Hmm.
He blatantly said that, that I don't want to hug you right now. So maybe later, but not right now. So, I think when we start talking in the terms of the energy, so the meditators, all of us have this ability to actually feel the energy that is around us, be it the objects, be it the individuals, be it any living beings. In fact, even the animals, if you see the energy of the animals, we will be able to see how that animal is. We can even see the aura of the animals. So that is basically a beautiful thing that I discovered and I observed in me also. But I just wanted to ask you whether it happens with you also or not. So that's why the question came. So thank you so much for answering in such a beautiful way. Thank you, Ramgal. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Shweta.
Yes, friends. Anybody else? Yes, Indraji.
Yeah, hi Madhu. Just carrying on from what Sharuji said now.
Mhm.
When we meet a stranger or somebody for the first time, sometimes we say we click.
Mhm.
So that means we feel very great, happy, and we sort of show keenness to build a relationship with that person.
Mhm.
And there are instances where we meet somebody and we just get put off.
Mm.
We don't, and we don't want to have anything to do with them.
Yes.
So I think what's happening here, just to carry on Sharuji's thing, I think what's happening is when two people meet or see each other,
Mhm.
we are also not seeing them physically. There is also an energy exchange.
Right.
And sometimes that energy exchange is very positive
Mhm.
and leads to a relationship. And sometimes that energy exchange is negative, doesn't tally, and doesn't go any further. Just wanted to say that.
Yes.
That's what I think.
Very. Yes. Yes, Indraji. That's true. Now that's the reason why, and that is what Ram had shared. I think it is like initially it is like we pay more attention to all these things. The more we increase our energies, the more it won't. As we start to expand our energies of peace, compassion, and all love, so the people who enter into that zone to our energy field will be in that state. So this is what we have experienced. And yes, there was also one experience in Egypt when we were having a very, like, a neighbor who was working in army, and he was like a boss, and he was, like, it was very, that was initial times, in 2010. And like how we used to, like, feel his presence is so much heavy for us. But then later in the coming years, what we understood is the more we started meditating, the more we started accepting him, like the more we started dropping this, like, what do you say, that this person is like that, or this, we started increasing our energy field. And there was once a moment that that person came very angry, and he came to our home because we were doing meditation sessions, and he doesn't like it. And he came to disturb us. And I really, to this date, I really express so much of gratitude to Ram for his thought on that day, that he did not react to that person on that day. Instead, he merged with his energy. Like, what he did is he went and hugged that person. The moment, like, that person came to Ram's arms, they both hugged each other just for 1 or 2 minutes. Ram held him tight. And then afterwards, you could see that that person had become very normal, as if the anger that he was carrying before, he, like, it just dissolved. So this is what happens. And from that day till this day, he's a great friend to us. So yes, that's what we have to do. We have to increase our energy field. Energy is not only like electromagnetic. Energy is the thought, like each and every thought is an energy. So how we think about that person, and how we respond to that person is an energy that creates, like, welcoming or a repulsion to that person. The more we are welcoming to those people, and the more we are, collectively increasing our energies. So this is what our experience is, Ram's experience. It is really wonderful on that day to experience how these both energies of that person and Ram's has merged together and became as a beautiful friendship. So thank you so much, Indraji, for this. And yes, yes, Pavni Garu.
I had a wonderful meditation experience, ma'am. I felt very, very peaceful. Actually, I was very much agitated in the morning, in an agitation mood, but I felt very peaceful, and I wanted to express a small experience of mine. As I told you that I was in agitation, as I went to my son, and I just hugged him and slept on his chest. So instantly I felt that relief.
Mm,
Actually, we actually used to do that from his childhood. Whenever we feel low, we just go and sleep beside him, all our family members, so we feel very relaxed. But today I felt that my awareness has increased. Instantly I realized that there was some magic. So
mm,
as everybody was speaking here, I felt that
mm.
I should express my
Yes,
happiness.
yes,
Uh,
yes,
mm,
yes.
he's mm, and about this energy and all, even I feel I get many questions. Ram sir has explained it so very well, and you have also elaborated it. Thank you for being so compassionate. And because from many days I used to get confused. What is all this? Then I am when we see meditators differentiating themselves from the common people.
Mm,
Uh, Actually, and there is a stage where we feel that we are something different from the uh, usual public, or people who doesn't who don't meditate. Then there is some borderline which is differentiating. Then as you have told that oneness, being in oneness, completely understanding the concept of oneness and being in that oneness helps
mm.
us. That actually brought much clarity. But I just wanted to ask one thing. If a meditator wants to teach meditation to a severely suffering person, he might be suffering in any way, physically or any way, does it influence us when we sit and meditate? Because many people come and ask me, I meditated along with that person who is suffering a lot, then I also got the same suffering. So what is this actually? um, because this uh, actually every meditator should get this clarity. Yeah. What is our duty there? Somebody is needs meditation, and when we go and teach them, and then we sit and meditate with them. So
Yeah, it is very normal to experience this, Pamni Garu. You know, like when, as Ram was telling, when we go to take some meditation sessions, you cannot imagine how tired we come. Even we have seen Patriji, when in 2010 we had an session, a conference, not a conference, a session wherein we were expecting only 20-30 people that day. You know, like there were around 120 people. That was the first session of Patriji in Egypt. And on that
mm,
day I have seen Patriji, how, he's a compassionate being. He wants to meet
mm,
everybody. He wants to give shake hands to everybody, because it's not about his it's not about physical shaking hands. It's about energy, like how
yeah.
they come into his energy field. And after the session is finished, and how Patriji was like, we know, I was asking, sir, like what is this? Then he said, madam, like, that is why we meditate. The more we meditate, the more we can give our energy. So our energy is not only to keep to ourselves, our energy
Mm,
has to be shared. So when
mm,
a person is going through something, Like you have to be there with that person, sit with that person and teach them meditation. It is okay. It is okay that, like if our energy is high, it is very normal that the people who are with the less energy will take some energy from us. But there is no big problem. We can again meditate and we can again gain energies. That's what he said. From that day, like whenever we get tired, we meditate more. That's where we raise our like vibration. We increase our energy power. So yes, Pavni Garu, and it all depends on you whether you take that person's like suffering, in the sense like emotional suffering. Don't get involved too much into what that person is going through. Just be there available for that person. Just only share about meditation. That is the reason why whatever we do in the meditation sessions is we never get into the personal things of anybody. We just want them to meditate. We just want them to meditate. And when they meditate, they will clear their own things. Because the more we get into personal, like asking, like what's going on in your life, and all these things, very rarely it happens that that we ask. But otherwise we don't ask. We should not interfere. We should only be there and we should only spread. So and even if you listen also, please don't take it. Please don't take this. The more you take it, that is where you start to experience the same pain what the other person is going through.
Yeah, that's what we have to tell people who are asking, what should we do actually?
Yeah. It's a non-interference again here.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, Pamela. Yes, Sharo?
Yeah, I just wanted to add one more thing over here. Pamni Garu, actually, this has been my experience because I've been working with a lot of patients, be it, whatever problems they are having, mental, physical, or emotional. So it is like, unless and until you accept and you let them in that energy, whatever, then it will not harm you. It will always be, you will always be protected because your energy is so high. And moreover, as Madhu Garu said, that meditation is the key. As Patricia says, meditation is the key for everything. So the more we go and be in the company of people who require us, who need our services, we should not never say no to them. We should sit there having this feeling and confidence in ourselves that yes, we are meditating and we are protected, we are safe, and we are not going to accept any negative energy coming inside of our body. That is all. This is the only intent that you have to throw in the universe when you start working with them. Because I have worked, it's like 1 month at a stretch, 6 months at a stretch with such people. So it has never bothered me. But yes, as Patricia says, that if you feel drained or you're tired, you should meditate. Yes, you feel drained because there is so much of energy work that you're doing at that time. So once your energy is depleted, you have to bring that energy back, and only the nature helps you in that, and only the meditation helps with you with that. So this has been my understanding of this. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sharo. Yeah, and one more thing, Pamni Garu, whenever we feel something like that, the thing I do is whenever I go out and take some sessions, or even if I go out and come back home, the moment I come back home, I just take a shower. I feel very tired even I go out just for a supermarket. So I take showers. So showers help us to heal, like to clean the energy also. The energy, if there is anything with our energy, so it just cleans. And then I meditate. So in that way, like I keep myself always up.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you so much,
Pamela. Thank you so much, Sharu ma'am. Thank you, Madhu ma'am. And Ram sir, thank you so much. It was so wonderful listening to you.
Thank you, Pamela.
Yes, Mugtaji.
Yes, one question there. One of my closest relative that actually she's my sister. She wants to meditate now because I conveyed her my experience. That's why she wants to meditate, but all her family members or exactly her husband, he is very reluctant. So and he doesn't allow her to meditate. So she's not fully convinced about meditation, but as I conveyed her, she wants to experiment it, but he doesn't allow her to do that. And so, what can one person do if this situation is there? Then
Yes, Muktaji, I know there are so many people who are going through the same thing. What we can do is we have the whole night with us, right? In the day, because we have families and they don't want to. Many people feel that like if you meditate, you become a sannyasi or all these things. People have these ideas in their head. That's why they stop doing anything like this. But however, it's okay, it's their thought. What we can do is we have night with us, like at least 10 or 15 minutes before going to bed, ask her to meditate, just be with her breath, so that her husband will not stop. Okay, for attending the sessions, that's another thing, but at least she can try on herself whenever she find time, whenever her husband is not around. Let her experiment this, and once her husband sees some change in her, like what she's going through. So because she's not only meditating for herself, she's meditating for the entire family, because her energy is spreading all over the home. So they come into her field, and when they come, they accept whatever she's doing. So at that time, you have to she has to, you should not like force yourself to attend the session. She can try, she can experiment with herself meditating. In that way, like one day she can attend the sessions, and she can hear lot of PMC audios, like audios or videos she can see. Yeah, like we all have smartphones. We can put it, and just whenever we are doing some work, we can just put our earphones, and then we can keep listening. So that also is like it boosts us up. It boosts our energy.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Mumtaji. Wonderful. So
One
yes,
thing.
yes,
This
Sharo.
for Muktaji, if I may, Madhu Garu.
Yes, Sharo.
Yeah,
Please go.
thank you. So recently, I mean, it's like 15 to 20 days back, there is a lady who approached me, and she is having loads and loads of health issues. And she started meditating with me, in the sense that there were certain meditation sessions that I used to conduct for India also. So she started meditating with me. And one fine day, she called me up and she said that my husband and my kids are absolutely against the meditation. And they are saying that it is because of the meditation that your sinus is also growing, and she has a digestive tract problem because she burps after every few seconds, so she's not able to talk also because of these burps issues. So she said it is being increasing from that day I started meditation. So I made her understand how the meditation works on the physical body. So she understood, but then I told her that it is up to you, that you have to prove it to your family that meditation is something that is good for you, and for that you need to meditate. You have to take that initiative, even if the people over there in the family do not like you meditating and they feel that meditation is to be blamed for whatever you are going through. You have to prove them wrong because you know it. So she said, yes, I feel very calm when I'm meditating. So I said, just then tell them about that. Today, after 1 month or 1.5 months of meditation, today she's saying that her burp issue is very much reduced, and and the sinus is also healing up. So I said, you should tell your family now. You should start telling them. So it boils down to the individual. And I remember when I asked the same question to Patri, said that people do not meditate. If I go, they don't want to meditate. What should I do? So he said, when their time comes, they will. So even if there are out of 10 people, one person is ready to meditate, just teach that one person meditation. That's all. And whenever the time for these other 9 people will come, it will happen. So yeah, thank you, Madhugaru, for giving me the opportunity to speak. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sharuj.
Thank you, Sharo. Thank you. Wonderful. You always come up with real life experiences that always have the beauty. So thank you so much, Sharo,
Thank
for
you.
sharing
Thank you.
real life experiences. All right. So friends, we will all see each other again in the evening uh, for a wonderful session by our beautiful Sharu. She will be taking a session on the 4 agreements. Today is the last agreement, which is do your best. So please do join us and know about this concept of how to do best. Yeah. And for tomorrow, friends, as I told you, tomorrow will be about tomorrow morning session will be about aura around humans by Dr. Matthew Shield. So we will know about all these things tomorrow, friends. Till then, have a lovely day and a lovely evening. Namaste to. Oh yes, friends. Regarding tomorrow morning session, if we can all meet 15 minutes
Okay,
earlier,
Bhavji, thank you
because
so much.
thank you so much, Bhavna ji. So friends,
Thank you
tomorrow
so
if
much,
we
mother.
can we can meet tomorrow 15 minutes before the session, because as after we finish the session we will be having Patriji not here in our Zoom, but in the whole for the whole Europe he's doing a session. So we want to hop in there and we welcome you all for that session as well. So for that we need to end the session earlier. So if we can meet 15 minutes earlier, we can meditate and then go into this topic, because tomorrow this topic will be little lengthy and I'm going to show some pictures as well, because there are some pictures to be shown. So I will be showing the pictures. So please do join tomorrow morning 15 minutes earlier. Thank you so much, friends. Yes. See you all in the evening. Namaste.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much. Thank you, Mukta ji. Thank you, Sharo. Thank you, Arpita, Bhavna ji.
Bye, madam.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Thank you, Motherji. Thank you,
Thank
Motherji.
you.
Thank you.